Welcome to Between.
This episode is brought to you by Kitcaster. Kitcaster books you on top podcasts. How do funded startup founders attract prospects and talent? Podcast interviews. How do entrepreneurs with exits find new deals? Podcast interviews. How do C-suite execs differentiate in crowded markets? Podcast interviews. Kitcaster books you on top podcasts. Click the link in the show notes for a special offer. Celebrate good conversation.
This podcast is brought to you by BitIRA, my affiliate partner. BitIRA leads the industry in helping consumers diversify their retirement accounts with cryptocurrency investments. Why BitIRA? Because they are among the most secure and compliant digital IRA solutions, guys, providers on the market. Their uncompromising commitment to security includes storing consumers' cryptocurrency in cold storage within grade V nuclear bunkers, protecting consumers' stored cryptocurrency with end-to-end insurance, complying proactively with regulations by using regulated exchanges and registering with the U.S. government. Every asset class carries its own set of advantages. The key is achieving your financial objectives and growing your wealth is understanding those advantages and learning to balance your investments across a range of appropriate asset classes suited to your unique situation. So per notice 2014 to 2021 from the Internal Revenue Services, digital currencies are treated as personal properties for tax purposes, thus making them eligible to be held inside a digital IRA account. That means that any gains you occur through your digital currency investments remain tax-free until you withdraw them from your retirement account as a distribution. And here's something else that many people don't know. If you sell your digital currencies within your IRA without taking a distribution, any gains that you may have made can be reinvested in other asset classes. In other words, your IRA does not need to remain entirely in digital assets to keep this tax deferred designation. The current cryptocurrencies you can actually invest in BitIRA are Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Chainlink, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, and Stellar Lumens. Welcome to the future. I'm BioChefT, and guys, click my BitIRA link, affiliate link, right in the description to learn more and get yourself a free guide on digital IRAs. Peace. Welcome back to Between. I'm BioChefT, and today we're going to be covering the news. So let's start off with CoinMarketCap, guys. So here on CoinMarketCap, trading top 10 cryptos: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, BNB, USD Coin, Cardano, Solana, XRP, Terra, Polkadot. So starting with Bitcoin, we're trading at 41,689 as of the recording of today. Obviously, Ethereum 2,998. Tether, we skipped that. It's a stable coin. BNB is 413. USDC is also a stable coin. Number 6, ADA, $1.13. Solana, number 7, $113.02. XRP trading at 67 cents. Terra Luna, $54.53. Polkadot, $21.29. The market is in green. It's been in green, I think, the last couple of days, rather. And it seems like, hopefully, we'll continue to see more green than red. But if we see red, not financial advice, I look at it as red being a nice sell to buy. So let's move on, guys. Head over to my Twitter account, BioChefT, if you're ever looking for some news that I am capturing and sharing with my followers. I have today talking about just an hour ago, NFL awards 1 million for studies on cannabinoids effects on pain management in players. I'm actually going to be covering this in today's podcast today as well. Justin Bieber buys another Bored Ape NFT, pays $470,000 worth of ether. Interesting. I have not fully dove into the whole NFT market yet, but I've been creating some NFTs that I'm still trying to figure out, I guess, what platform to put it on. I'm actually kind of waiting for, I forget the name of the company that's working with the XRP ledger so that we can issue NFTs on that platform. Yeah, I have to find that name. I forget the name. Anyhow, kind of waiting on that to see how that plays out. Ethereum gas fees are extremely high, and not sure if I'm going to go that route as of yet. Solana is another option as well, and of course ADA as well. So I'm still being patient about it, but on the back end, I'm just going to continue to honestly just build out a few NFTs that I think would be ideal for my platform. Moving along, U.S. debt hits $30 trillion. That's on cryptoslate.com if you want to check that out. Broccolini nutrition benefits, the health benefits and recipes that I'm going to be talking about. This is actually on healthline.com. I'm going to kind of get into this. So basically, many people want to eat more fiber-rich greens, especially superfoods like broccolini. I freaking love broccolini. I love roasting broccolini. I think it's by far one of my favorite ways to actually cook it. Gets a little crispy on the edges. Super delicious. You could sprinkle a little tamari on it, and that makes it eat. That just sort of like it enhances the whole entire just experience with broccolini as well. But if you're not a fan of soy, you can lean towards what is it called? Coconut aminos. Coconut aminos would kind of give you that same sort of experience as well. Moving on, will EV charging stations at Taco Bell revive in drive-in restaurants? Actually, it's funny. I wanted to actually cover this. I might tap if I get some time. Get into this. I did not mean to do that. Let me just close this out here. Oops. Open this back up and just slide this over here. I wanted to actually cover this in a minute. As you continue to go down the list, I get into cannabis and alcohol, the industry comparisons, crypto breakthrough, Western states consider taking digital currencies Politico. It's found on Politico.com. Excuse me. So it talks about proposals in Wyoming and Arizona to accept tax payments in crypto and other cryptocurrencies. So, I mean, we're moving further into this whole blockchain crypto world. So it's definitely going to be a part of our society. I don't think it's going anywhere. And you might not think so, but depending on who's listening, you probably are not aware of it. Might be something you want to look into. So rare metal helps to turn sunlight into fuel day and night. I found that interesting as well. And lastly, and guys, you can follow me on my Twitter feed at BioChefT for tons of update around food sustainability. But I like to cover stuff around food, science, and technology. And technology is typically sometimes in the field of like crypto and blockchain, but I do cover other technologies such as you saw, like EV technologies, things that are going to be moving the world in a direction that could be a positive direction for the world and sustainable direction as well. So sustainability is still for the privileged few. Very interesting. This is found on livekindly.co. And last one, Thailand drops 15% capital gains tax plan on crypto. And that's found on decrypt.co. Let's move to Healthline Broccolini. Let's hear what they're talking about. So broccolini, nutrition's benefits and how to cook it. Broccolini, like I gave you an example of how I cook it, but broccolini is part of the cruciferous vegetables. And if you don't know, many of the cruciferous vegetables are known to have anti-cancer properties in it that can help at least prevent, I should say, cancer in the body. So I believe there's still studies around that. I'm not going to say it does it exactly. I did something on IG and I did a little research on cruciferous vegetables, and it is found that there are properties in it that is anti-cancer, which is great. And I think by incorporating a lot of these vegetables into your diet, you can help with prevention, over time. But there's a lot of things that takes place in someone's life that can actually, prevent this. There's a lot of things that you have to pay attention to, sleep, movement referring to exercising, stress levels, a lot of things. It's not just one thing, I would say, that fix it all, but it's a accumulation of all these things together that would help create the balance your body needs. And everybody's different, so some people may need one thing a little bit more than others and all that stuff. So here, broccolini is, again, a cruciferous vegetable similar to broccoli. Many people love broccolini because it has a more delicate texture than broccoli. Even picky eaters may find it tasty and it's easy to prepare. But what exactly is broccolini, and are there reasons to consider eating it over traditional broccoli? So this article kind of explores that. So broccolini is a cruciferous vegetable, is part of that family, just like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, cabbage, Brussels sprouts. Some restaurateurs and marketers sometimes call it a baby broccoli. This is an accurate description, though, because broccolini is not the same thing as conventional broccoli. In fact, broccolini is fairly a new vegetable created only in the 1990s, which I didn't know, as a crossbreed broccoli and Chinese kale. Very interesting. In an attempt to create a more flavorful brassica food. Broccolini versus broccoli. What's the difference? Broccoli and broccolini are very similar. So if you like one of these, you might gravitate to broccolini. While broccoli tends to be on the firmer side with a thicker stalk and more densely packed florets, broccolini is more thinner, delicate stalk with looser florets that more closely resembles leaves. This means that you can actually more easily eat the broccolini stems than broccoli stems, which are much tougher and could be more difficult to eat and digest raw. Plus, you don't need to peel broccolini stems before preparing them. The texture of broccolini is more like an asparagus than a broccoli. Broccolini also has a sweeter, milder flavor than broccoli and cooks much faster. So some of the nutrients in broccolini consist of, carbs, proteins, fiber, calcium, iron, potassium, as you see here if you're looking at the screen, but if you're listening, and that's pretty much it. The calories for about 3.5 ounces of broccolini is about 35. And with that, you get 5 grams of fiber, 6 grams of carbs, 3.5 grams of protein, 7% iron, 4% calcium, and 6% potassium. Broccolini contains an array of micronutrients, including minerals like calcium and iron. It's likely also offers several vitamins, though specific amounts aren't known. So health benefits of broccolini, like leafy greens like broccolini, host a range of essential micronutrients that may provide additional health benefits. Broccolini and other cruciferous vegetables contain sulfur-rich compounds like sulfur sulforaphane. Wow, messing that up today. The compound behind many of its purported health benefits. So number one is antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds. Number two may offer anti-cancer potential, like I was explaining to you. Number three may boost heart health, which is really great. Blood sugar control, because eating fiber-rich foods like broccolini may aid in blood sugar control. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Bottom line is broccolini is a member of the cruciferous vegetable family, a cross between broccoli and Chinese kale. It's a good source of fiber, protein, and minerals like potassium and iron. It contains the compounds like sulforaphane that also are responsible for many of its health benefits, especially its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activity. Eating broccolini may also support heart health and blood sugar control. All the links is in the podcast description, as you know, or in the description of whatever platform you're listening to this. And if this is up on YouTube, it's also going to be in the description as well. All right, guys. Catch you guys on the next one. I'm BioChefT, and thanks again for joining me right here on VecTween. Peace.